Hello folks and welcome back to Mindustry. In our last section we went over here and took care of Overgrowth and we also updated it a bit. We do have a problem though. This area 133 is an enemy base and I think we're going to take it out here. But before we do that, I'm just going to jump in here real fast. I'm going to pause the game and fly back over to our massive core that we have here. And we are going to put on a launch pad. I don't know what I'm going to do with this quite yet, but we're going to build it on there. And then once we have that built, we'll do something with it. What that something is, I'm not sure yet. And then I guess we will put an unloader here. Right there. And the item that we're going to choose to send over for now, let's just make it thorium for right now. And we could choose where that goes, I believe, by hitting this button. There we go. And we can't choose to go to a place that we don't already have captured. So we're not going to worry about sending that anywhere right yet. Just knowing that we can do it is kind of cool. So let's go back over here into our planet map and take a look and see what we're doing. So we're going to launch. We can max all of that stuff out. Can we do we don't have enough titanium or copper and of lead? So let's go down to this one, which we have enough of, and we'll max everything out. And then we'll launch over and see what we have awaiting us here. So once we get in here, we're going to immediately pause. Oh my goodness, this is a big map. So let's pause this bad boy up. We do have tons of resources, thank goodness. Looks like there's a decent amount of stuff out here. A decent amount of stuff up here. The only thing I'm not seeing is any water right now, or oil potential, but that's okay. And then there's our enemy base. So if we take a look here, wow, this is a big base. Okay, so this is not going to be quite the extravaganza I'd hoped for. I think there's going to be a little bit of a battle here. Well, let's take a look and see what they have and see what we're facing. So we have a fuse along with some power. So basically, if we knock out this or if we knock out this area here, it knocks down their power and this whole area is done. What does all that do? Steam generator, water extractor. Okay. So they have their power sources there, but really if we knock out that, all of these are toast. This area is not mining anymore, and then we just got to use up its power there. Okay, we have some duos, not a big deal. Some hails, which are super annoying. Back here we have a ripple, which again is super annoying, but we can knock that out pretty easily, I think. Over here we have some duos. Okay. So there's a fair amount of stuff here, but again, a lot of this is going to depend on them being able to mine resources. If we can knock that out and starve them out of some resources, and there's a huge area of water here, which I want to get to, we should be okay. So what are they making there? Oil extractor. Oh, okay. So what are they doing with that? Oh, they're making coal. Okay, because there's apparently no coal here either. Awesome. There is a little bit of coal. Okay. Oh, there's actually a lot of coal here. Okay, so let's take a look here, and our first line of defense is, as always, is just going to be some duos, probably right around here, just to get some ground units established. Although we could use salvos as well, because we do have the units necessary to do all that. So I think we're just going to get what we can here, something like that, and we'll bring that down over and around. And we'll do the same thing here. And we're going to throw some duos across that line, like so. And then on the other side, we'll throw some salvos in there. But let's get the initial pieces set up here. And then we'll throw in some salvos as well. Now I'm fairly certain that they have to come up one of these two ways, so we can knock out this area here, like there's a large area here. If we can knock that out, that they'll have to come up one of these other ways, and that's kind of the goal for right now, is just to bottle them up enough that they can't smash us on the first round here. We will also just put one of those in to have some air defenses, at least at the beginning. And we just don't have a lot of lead, so we are going to have to mine for some lead here because we're just about out, honestly. Yeah, we're really lacking on the lead front here. So we got that. Let's see. As far as power goes, that's going to be an interesting one. We're going to get a laser drill here. And another one right there. And then we'll use a pneumatic drill in that spot. I'm not going to build those. I'm just looking at them. So we'll do that. And then once we have those in there, we're going to feed a little combustion generator. And then we're also going to use water extractors. And we'll be able to build a steam generator here in no time. But we do need to get our lead game up before we can do any of that funness. So we're just going to feed in the basic stuff, easy stuff that's kind of the low-hanging fruit right now. We have thorium over here. Oh, awesome. We can do a thorium reactor pretty easily. We just need to have the power to be able to do it. Which should not be a problem once we get some of this stuff established. So I'm gonna... Ooh, looks... we got snow. Okay, we have that. We are definitely going to need some copper flown in here, and I did not build a pathway for this. My bad. And we have our first wave coming in a couple minutes, so we need to get a move on here. Alright. So I'm just going to hijack onto that belt for right now. We can always upgrade that with titanium belt so it goes a little faster, but we just don't have a lot of area to get through there, and I don't want to jam that whole area up because we have lots of stuff. We have thorium over here, so we can do all of our energy stuff over here and then bring it out. And we'll see how that goes in a little bit here. But we need to get on. We don't have sand either, which is a problem for being able to actually manufacture some things. So if I pause this and let me go into the research area here. For something like the crawler, we need silicon and coal. We don't have any silicon right now, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem for us. Over here, if we want to do an Atrax, we need silicon and graphite. Again, not a problem, except we don't have silicon, and I don't see any sand through this entire area. So that's going to present a challenge for us in building resources for stuff. There's sand way down here, so that tells me our first area attack needs to go against this area and not against the major front they have put up over there. And if we do that, we can do something with sand to bring it back to us or to generate something over here, because there is thorium right here as well. So we could probably get some stuff generated really quickly and easily if we can knock out this area over here. So our first goal, I think, because we do have some silicon that we can work with here, I think we're going to put in an unloader. Oh no, we have to wait for power first. Okay, so my first goal once I get power is to put an unloader there, and then we can load up graphite and go in there, or silicon, or coal to go for a crawler, and then upgrade the Atrax, and then we can just try to knock out this area down here. If we can rule this area, we're going to be in a lot better shape. We can kind of backtrack in through a lot of these other ones and be in much better shape, but it requires that we can get kind of the back door through there. And we're going to have to build up some massive defenses for ourselves here. So that's going to be kind of the goal, I think, right now. We'll see how that goes, but let's go in here. I'm going to go to schematics. I'm going to grab my graphite press. And we'll put that, let's say, right there. And then we can mine up some graphite. And we'll do the same thing from right there. don't have a lot of lead, so it's kind of a bummer for a lot of things right now. But this is also going to allow us to at least start on the idea of getting ourselves in here. So there we go. Now we're producing what we need to produce. We have a few drills started. And I wish there's more than that coal over there. There's just not a lot of coal here. There's a little bit right there. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to approach this. I want to set up another production facility that's way away from our core. Maybe like somewhere over here. Just so we don't have to transport our guys quite as far to build things. The problem with that is that for silicon, we need to capture this area first. So we're going to set up a main production facility up top here. And that's going to be purely used to hopefully capture this area right down here. And then we can mine out all of this sand here. Although we can get this one without really engaging in anything. And then we're going to slowly backtrack out this way. But there's lots of little stumbling blocks in this one. This is going to be a little bit of a fight here. I'm not particularly looking forward to this. This is actually a significantly stronger base than Overgrowth was, so that's kind of interesting and kind of not cool. All right, while we're waiting here, I'm just going to throw a nice titanium wall there, another one right there. That still leaves us way open over on this side, but that's okay for right now, I think. Because usually at least they don't throw the house at you right away. But wave number 1 is coming in just a moment. And let's see what's coming our way here. Can't really get any closer than that, which is a little uncomfortably close for me. Something ground-based. We can actually get very close to this area. I think we can knock that entire thing out with some air units, so that's kind of exciting. So horizons might be our first thing that we do. Okay, a dagger. I'm not super worried about a dagger, honestly. And the salvo has that area generally covered off pretty well. So let's see which way they want to come up. Alright, they're not going the way I wanted them to go, so we are going to face some problems here. So not off to a great start, but that's okay. This is not going to do any real long-term damage to us. As you can see, it didn't even really meet the threshold of being a problem for us there. So we're going to close off that area there. We do have, what's the weapon that takes, is it a fuse that takes titanium? Yeah, so we can just throw some fuses in here. It uses copper, graphite, and thorium, which we have plenty of. So we're just going to throw 4 of those in there, and that should stop them from wanting to come up that way. And when I take a look at a fuse, it doesn't have a huge area, which is kind of a bummer. But we might want to throw another one up there eventually, shortly, just to kind of cover all of our bases with that. And we're just going to try to get this one built, because we're running low on copper too now. Awesome. Alright, let's see. Are they going to be coming up a different way? Or no? Yeah, we can fly pretty freely around most of this, which is kind of nice. Okay. I'm a little less worried right now in the fact that how they've set up their defenses, it's not going to be the best for them, I don't think. I mean, it doesn't make my life easy, but it doesn't also make it, like, crazy difficult like I thought it might. And I'm probably going to crash out here in a second, but that's okay. Yeah, crashed it. That's okay, though. Alright, so let's go back here real fast. Throw on our guys here. And instead of doing what I was doing where we had that big wall like this, I might just put in a container. Is that what it's called? Yeah, container. And what does that hold? Small amounts of stuff. It can hold up to 300 items. A vault can hold up to 1,000, but it just costs a whole lot more. So we're going to go with a container here. And once we have that container, we can just throw a whole bunch of duos around it. And then I can build a wall around that. I think that's going to be better for us for right now. Just trying to stop them from coming up all of the easy ways. And there's another pathway over here that we'll have to bottle up eventually here as well. But our main concern right now is not all of that. It's that we don't have any power yet. We're on wave 3 and we haven't built any power, which is disappointing. And we need to get some units going to start disrupting their production of things as well. Now, there are air units that you can use to help you build stuff more quickly. Is that correct? Am I making that up, or is that something that can be done? And I'm going to take a quick look here. We go with a flare, and to go to a horizon, that needs silicon and graphite. Okay, and a flare very simply just needs silicon. Okay. So I think... I'm not sure what the game plan is right now. I want to make air and land units, so it's just kind of deciding what we want to do with that. Oh, these ones can't do anything, so let's remove those right now because they're not going to help us at all. And we'll take a look and see which way the bad guy's coming. And awesome, looks like he can just walk right by our defenses. So that's not great. So we're gonna just build on slightly more defensive area here. Something like that. And then we'll go in here and do something like this. Okay, we'll add on our duos there, and then put our defensive wall there. Okay. So there's lots of stuff that we need to get figured out here, because right now our production is not remotely optimized to do anything, and we need to get better here. So first step to increasing all of our production is all of this is now going to become titanium based. And that will just stop this backup that we have here from existing. All right, that's step 1. Step 2 is going to have to be to do one of two things. Either to get power going so that we can get laser drills and all of that started, or we do something different and start attacking them. So I kind of want to just start attacking. So I think what's going to happen here... Oh, no, we need power. Why do I keep doing this? We need power. Power is everything right now. In the words of... what movie? Was that Apollo 13? Yeah, when they're on the limb, power is everything. All right, so we have to get power right now. So we're going to set up just a real quick and dirty spot to get some power. Like so. And then we're just going to use a combustion generator. And we're just going to use 2 of those for right now. Just to produce a little bit of power. And I'm unsure what I want to do with that power quite yet. Are they sending up somebody this way now? Yeah, we're really hurting on the copper production side of things right now. So, we have that going. Let's pause the game here real fast. Alright, and I'm trying to put this out of the way of stuff. There we go. Okay. So our power system can exist all the way out here. All right, we have titanium, so and we'll be able to get water. So we can get some water extractors here. And that's going to feed into a cryofluid mixer. And then we need to have this thing here also feed into that cryofluid mixer. And real quick, I'm just making sure we did knock that. Okay, got knocked out there. Good. Still on the plus side of power. Yes. Okay, we're getting... Oh, we don't have titanium up there yet. And then we're also going to have a laser drill right there, because that is a large swath of thorium, which is something we're going to need. And I'm going to pause it real fast. In power area, we have our thorium reactor. We're going to make that right there, I believe. And we're going to be able to output that directly to there once we get set up here. Power-wise, we're still on the plus side. And we're going to be real on the plus side once we get this rolling here. Just need to make sure this has everything it needs first before we start rolling thorium at it. So we have that. Thorium is on its way down there. And then that should open up the gates for us to really start being able to do some fun stuff. So now we're on the plus side of power. This thing is ramping up still. So we're good on that front. All right, let's stop messing around here and let's get going with what we need to do. I want an air factory to begin with. So I'm going to place it over here for right now. And then it's going to immediately go into, is it additive? Or I forget which one. Yeah, additive. And that one allows horizons to go to zenith. What does zenith do? Not that. Zenith, that's this one here. Oh goodness, that does lots, but it requires too many resources for what we have right now. So we're not going to worry about that. All right, and then we are going to do some fancy things. We're going to do that, and then we're going to have a router come straight across there, and that's going to throw the stuff we need. So we need a flare, and then that should automatically upgrade to a horizon, correct? So the flare, horizon needs silicon and graphite. Okay. Those are both fully powered, so now we're going to put an unloader on here. I'm just going to remove that one spot there because I don't want it just going crazy. And, oh, okay. Never mind. Didn't know it unloads to both sides or to all sides. So we're going to go there. And what do I want it to unload? Well, I think I'm going to have it unload some silicon. And that should allow us to start building an air force. And while we're at it, we could start building ground units, but I don't think I want to do that quite yet. So we have that. We have plenty of power now. So I think our next step for this area is to remove all of that to get some serious stuff in there. Some water extractors. And alright, so we'll build all that stuff up. We're going to have it go a little faster in there, I think. And then we should pop out a whole bunch more graphite here. Pretty quickly. Alright, bad guys are still throwing minimal kind of stuff up at us, which is great. I'm thankful for that. And I mean, we can really wreck some house pretty quickly on this. Oh, they're bringing more guys here. Nothing that I'm overly worried about right now, but there are more starting to make an appearance. So we're just going to provide a little extra backup for them, and hopefully that should negate that threat pretty quickly. There we go. All right, that's not too big of a deal so far. All right, next step. We still are just dying on the copper vine here, so we need to find a nice spot of copper and just really be able to mine it much, much better. I think we're going to use this area up here because there's a lot of it, so pause real fast just to get our stuff up there. Then I'm going to deconstruct that whole area here very quickly. Alright, and then we're going to go in with some laser drills. So pop 1 and 2. We'll get water extractors for both of them. We can put that on a titanium belt. Going down. And let's see. Okay, we can feed that. From there, we can feed that almost straight across. Not quite, because we don't want copper on, or coal right on that belt as well. But we can have shenanigans like this happen and it will be okay. There we go. And now we should be much better on the copper front. As you can see, we're just throwing copper in there, which is great. And as a little backup here, not that this is necessary in the slightest, but we're going to add it on anyway, just cuz. And then we have all of that going where it needs to go, and our copper numbers should shoot up here real fast. So we're going to re-clear out that. For some reason that gets jammed up every so often if you use faster belts. And I want to take my one horizon here. And we're just going to go exploring. So if we go and try to wipe that out. Oh, I'm getting shot at, not that. And what does the RTG generator do again? Oh. Right now my goal is really just to try to take out their power sources. You see we've done that pretty effectively here. Let's go take a look and see what else we can play with. Let's see if we can bomb that. Alright, so we've got, oops, I guess I should probably come up there, but we have a bomber group now. Hopefully that's getting established here that we can go and actually do some stuff with. Our copper numbers are up to 2,000 already, so that's a plus. And let's take a look and see what else we want to do. I think a ground factory is in order, so we're going to set up a ground factory here. We're going to have to mine a whole bunch of coal for what I'm hoping to do with that. I'll bring that up over. Alright, we have that. Alright, I'm also worried about a guardian at some point here in the very near future, so I want to get rolling on production of everything. So this is going to make crawlers, and then we will use the additive constructor. It's going to go right there, and that should make A-tracks. Yeah, A-tracks, and that just requires graphite as well. Okay. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to put on another split of this, and we're going to make another graphite factory. Up there. this graphite factory will be purely responsible for feeding that bad boy. And it's taken a long time for this coal to get up there, but once it gets up there, we should be in really good shape. We are still making plenty of power. We should be okay. I really, before I eat my words, I am going, because I get in this habit of like, these are things I should do, but then I don't do them. So before I eat my words, we need to defend this area heavily. Now, I know a lot of you have talked about like, kind of using this to kind of like entice them in so you can kind of put things and have bad guys come. I like that idea in theory. I'm terrified of it in practice, especially with a thorium reactor, which can be a little explodey. So we're just going to protect it as much as we can. And that should be enough, I think, to get us started on that particular area there. And then we're just waiting on... Oh, we don't have silicon for that one. Oops. So I'll put it on there as well. Ooh, we have more bad guys coming. There's 2 sets of bad guys coming. So... those guys get wiped out, and then whatever that is that a dagger? I always forget what the bad guys are. With daggers and novas. I think that's a nova. Or it's a dagger. I don't know. Okay. In any case, we have an air force now, and I should put a repair point for these, just to have when we come back home. Like this guy got injured, so it's there. And we have our first ATRAX, which I'm very excited about. So we're going to prepare our Air Force here to go to battle. And I got to figure out where I want to go first. So we're just going to just slowly fly through here. Do fuses attack air and ground, or are they just air-based? Yeah, it's just nearby enemies. So not the best bet to screw around with right off the gate here. So let's... bring them down here, and let's have them just mess with that spot. Alright, so we're going to play with that a little bit. Let's just see if we can just mess with all this stuff. Alright, so we did some decent damage there. Not trying to go crazy right now, mainly because we just don't have the resources to go crazy. So we're going to bring them all back here. And we'll send them back to our repair points. And they hopefully will be nice and safe. And then they shall be okay. Our ATRAXs are going to go over there. And I'm just going to store them over there for right now. They can be out of the way. They don't need to be super part of the game currently. Another repair point or repair turret. I don't think I've used this one yet. What's the difference with that? It uses plastium. Ooh. Look how much farther the range is on that. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go bomb some more stuff here. We'll join our ATRAXs over here. figure out our best method of penetrating that area. So I think for these guys, we need to just wallop on that thing. And that has done its job. These guys are just going to wait. You guys are going to go back. I'll pause it real fast here. You're going to go back and get repaired. And then these guys should be able to go in and have enough range to attack. Oh, and we are engaging them on their ground. It's fascinating. I don't think I've ever done that before. Alright, so I'm going to let the Atraxes do their thing and just have fun over there for a little bit. And then we're going to bring in Air Force and knock out power right there. Because if we can knock out power, those Lancers are then toast, and then we can have a little bit more of an open door there. So all of our horizons are going to come down here. And their job is a couple hold, but really we need them to take out some power. So that's one. Come back for two. And then we'll go for number three. Alright, now our last little bit here is to just disengage that. Get the nodes taken care of. Awesome. These guys should be able to march in there now and do some more damage. And we're going to bring these guys up over here. And what my goal for them is to knock out this fuse. Don't know if we'll have the firepower to do so. Doesn't look like it. Okay, we lost our Air Force, and I'm going to die. Oh, I told the wrong guys to go the wrong places. Let's go back down here. I don't need you guys going there. I want you guys to stay right there. I want our next round of Atrax. No, why are you not letting me select my guys? You guys can stay right there, okay? There we go. That's what I wanted. Alright, you guys can come over here. I'm going to bring this next round basically right down that way. The Hails have awoken. We'll have to deal with their stuff in a little bit here. We can easily knock out this area and at least eliminate that threat. And you guys can go crazy. Awesome. We're just gonna let them be there and cause havoc. Bomber crew ready to go. And their job is going to be to disrupt the hails. There we go. We've caused a fire. Oops. I keep forgetting that I need to also skedaddle sometimes. Let's see if we can cause a fire over there. I know that it's a long shot. We got a little bit of one started. Let's go and knock out their source of power. Ooh. You still have a lot of firepower over there. Alright, so that's not a concern anymore. The hails still are firing away, but they gotta be running out of power here. Alright, they're out of ammo, so now we can knock out the hails. Cool. Alright, we've done that. We've done our job so far. So let's take our entire force and bring it back over here so that we have the ability to get some repair stuff without costing ourselves more units. Because we're starting to run real low on silicon. And that's going to be a massive problem for us if we can't fix that problem. So Air Force wise, you guys are going to come over here. Ground attacks, once you get repaired, you're going to come out here. And let's see, what do we want to do here? I think we're going to attack that as our next target with the horizons. Get back out of their way. Do the same thing down here. Oh, they're shooting me. I was like, what are they shooting at? Oh, it's just me. Okay. Alright, I'm going to bring those ATRACs down now and go into the area that clearly needs to just be eradicated, which is this area. So I'm just going to bring them right down in here and let them have some fun. This area, we're going to wipe out just that box there. And then get out of dodge. And the entire point of that was to just loosen that up so that we can have our air units come in later once our Atraxes penetrate those this area here and start knocking out some of their other stuff. Man, these things just cause absolute havoc. Look how fast they're just wiping out everything. I love it. I mean, I don't like when I have to face them, but it's great right now. Alright, so let's bring these guys over here. Oop, there's hails over there. Crap. Didn't realize that. Alright, well, let's bring them over this way then. I know. And our silicon production has officially come to a 0 mark here. So we need to just be real careful of how we approach stuff because we don't want to use up any more units. Place some guys there. And we just knock that out. Knock that out. Man, that was just overwhelming. We want to get them away from the bad guys. We don't want to do battle with them right now, as far as on land. They're doing a fine job of causing their own destruction there. What's cool about this now is we have thorium, we have water, there is titanium somewhere close, I'm sure. Alright, our next step that we're going to do is we're going to bring in the bombers, we're going to knock out this fuse, and then I guess we'll have to see what we're going to do next on that. But we have bombers, so we're going to use them. And I'm going to bring them down right there. There's just so much thorium on this world. It's incredible. Alright, we're going to try to just specifically target that and nothing else. Alright. We used up those guys. We lost a fair number of them in that attack, so I'm not thrilled about that. But we can come back and repair them. We're going to leave those Atrax, I think, there in reserve. And let's take a look here. Okay, so this is where we need to be, this titanium. What we can do here is we can, if we capture this area overall, we can build everything we need to go next. Nope. You guys need to go get repaired. I don't know why I keep misclicking on units. Is that me just being dumb, or am I just, it's me being dumb. Okay. Let's go over here. You guys can wipe out all their stuff. I don't care about that. Just make sure you're out of the way before the next round comes in. Alright, we can cause a lot of damage, just not even moving close to that stuff. We can just wipe out a good amount of it right there. Oop, I'm getting shot. And I got shot down, that's okay. Let's keep going back down here. It's like straight south of our base that their stuff exists. Don't shoot me. wipe out all this. And then we need to wipe out that fuse, and if we can do those two things, we're in really good shape. These hails are also going to be a problem. So let's see, how do we want to approach that? I'm going to pause it real fast here. We could come in this way and knock out this, which is going to be their supply for that stuff, and then start coming down. Not sure. They're pretty weak after this. So I think you see they have a lot of air defenses, but not a lot of the ground stuff. So we're definitely going to have to come in with some ground units to do the next parts of this. And this area here, this is a Spectre, which I don't think I've faced yet. What does a Spectre do? Do I even have a Spectre yet? Okay, I don't even have one of those yet, so I don't know what that does. I'm a little scared of that one. Do I dare to attack this? Because if I attack that... Oh, no, we have the hails in the way. Okay, let's go up here. We're going to make base 2.0 right in this area, I think. There's enough resources to do a whole bunch of stuff in this area. And I think we're going to exploit that area a bit, but we need to get everything set up here first. So we're going to spend some time clearing out the bad guy stuff. And then once we have it cleared out, we should really be able to go to town. What was that thorn reactor? Okay, everything requires something. Okay, so we're kind of, we definitely need coal at this point to do pretty much anything else. So let's go over to the coal area and just start wiping out all that stuff. I'm secretly super excited, and not secretly, I'm telling you, I'm excited by the idea of just going in. God, I hate hails. We need to get out of there. That's a bad place to be. Come on. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. We're going to lose. Get out of there. Okay. So we at least have this area. What we're going to do... Yeah, we can keep working on that. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to establish some copper. Nope, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Okay, let's go back here. I want to do it this way. Just so I can get the belts there. And we're going to just make a little line here. And that line is going to be where our new base is established. Alright, we're establishing a nice little protected area here for ourselves. And our real goal here is to set up silicon production. We have sand. We have access to sand, which is key. We're going to really build over here mainly, but we need to establish a little beachhead here. And we're going to be able to generate some coal in this area, and that's going to be used only for power production to get started with here. So we'll do that. I have some combustion generators. Before we do that, let's just establish some batteries and such. Alright, now we have some power going into our stuff, which means that we should be able to go over here and mine some sand. and we have coal. We just need to establish a little beachhead over here as well, because you can see they are getting stronger. Not thrilled about that. But we should be able to establish some nice beachheads of different stuff here. So you can see they continually want to go that way, which is fine with me. I'm going to grab my team here. We're going to head down. And we're going to make a new beachhead right here and here. Alright, so they're going to go over there. We are going to... Oh, I can't build in there. Okay, that sucks. Never mind. Where can I build? Okay, I can build over here. Awesome. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Have some sand go out there. You guys are going to come over here. That's just going to be big titanium wall. And then we need to get a silicon smelter here. So that's all going to happen right up here, I think. We'll eventually probably have 3 of them. Pause this while I build that real fast. I know I should make a schematic of it. I just haven't done it yet. Leave me alone. But we'll get all of this. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be a laser drill. Oh, we don't have silicon for a laser drill. Of course. Why would we have the things we need right now? Do something like that. Alright, they are still ignoring us over there, which is good. We need to get this back to the core. So I'm just going to take this path straight up. Ooh, look at that. We can actually do that. That's kind of cool. And we have silicon production now. Not the best. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. And it's going to be a very long time until all that gets back to the core, but that's okay. We can deal with that. Alright, what else can we do while we're waiting? Not a whole lot, because we don't have enough firepower to do things. So, let's see here. 49 seconds out. Okay, let's mess around here. Build that, and then we can throw on some salvos. No, I thought they were firing at a thing. I was like, we have time. But no, they're just firing bad guy stuff. Okay, that's fine. I'll allow that. I'd rather they save their ammo, but whatevs. And that silicon still not made its way to our core yet, which is fascinating how long that takes to do. Alright, so they are going to come up that way. They are going to meet resistance. And we're going to have to build some defenses out this way as well. Can I actually build a second core? I don't know if I can do that or not. Because that'd be way easier than taking all this and building all the way out there for no good reason other than that I didn't know if we could have another core or not. Okay, so let's just see here. I'm going to add some more salvos. Great. Save your ammo. And still no silicon has made it all the way to the core. Oh, that's right. We're unloading it immediately. What am I talking about? We are making stuff. Okay. So we have new Air Force. So let's bring Air Force down here. And we are going to pause that action for right now. I want to rebuild some stuff, and we need silicon to do that. Mainly, I want to build some repair points farther down south here. How much? 60, okay. And we are over that, okay. Cool. Alright, so we're going to use these guys. We're going to come out this way, I think. Just going to knock out these real fast. Then we'll come back and get repaired real fast. Trying to think of what the best... No, leave me alone. I very much dislike... Actually, let's just take one of these. Or like just a handful of them. We did cause some fires. Hopefully that will perpetuate a little bit more. Do you guys need any repairs? Oh yeah, you need repairs. Alright guys, come on over, get your repairs. Because we have a big battle ahead of us here, and we need to make sure we have all of our stuff in good shape for what is going to be coming our way here real soon. So we need to knock out this, but in order to do that, these guys need to stop shooting. You can see that they're very good at shooting. I could just make them use up their ammo. But that has some unforeseen consequences. Like me dying. So let's go in here and get these guys just down in that area. Try to get them to waste some more ammo. You see by I'm doing that, this line here is slowly feeding down. So this last guy here should be out of ammo here very shortly. And I need to stop getting killed. Ooh, look, they made it through that line of stuff. I may want to build some additional defenses. Further back, just in case. I know we've been knocking them out pretty solidly, but you never know. And you can see our silicon production is back down to 0. Okay, so we'll start reestablishing all of that. Atrax there. We have that. Let's see how much ammo we can use up. What I'm really interested to see is this one right here. How much ammo does that have left on it? Is it still? See, it's still firing at me. How long will it take till it uses up all of that ammo? Because once we use up all that ammo, we can go in and bomb the crap out of them. Okay, so the one on the left is totally out. Okay, that's new, and that's a problem. Did you see that? That was an air unit that they brought in. So we're going to have to address that now. Thanks as always, game, for keeping it interesting. Alright, so we're just going to add on some additional defenses here. We're not having a ton of stuff come out of that, but that's fine. We don't need a ton. We're just going to keep messing with them down here. We have 2 of the 4 guns that no longer have ammo. We should have 1 here real soon. And he should be just about out of ammo here in a second. At least they're landing some shots as I'm trying to get through here. Alright, they're out of ammo, so now our bombers can go in and take care of those hails. And get out of dodge. Stop sitting there. And then we'll send them back to get repaired. And while they're doing it, I'm just going to send these guys just to make sure that these guys don't shoot at all. I don't think they will. But I'm not a fan of them. And we're going to build a secondary repair point here for our Air Force just to make sure that they are okay. Atraxes are going to come down here. I have no idea what all this does down here. So we have the steam generator, water trucker, okay. Cultivator, doing things that I don't understand. And these guys are just going to slowly destroy all of that stuff. And then we're going to go after that fuse here with our Air Force. Alright, we have that taken care of. Wow! Look at the range on that. The Spectre. Oh my goodness gracious, what a range that thing has. So that's not going to be a fun way to attack. That's not going to be a way we attack. And you can see they're bringing in little bits of Air Force, but that means we're going to have to start stepping up our game here pretty quickly because they're not messing around anymore. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, in the sake of being as short as possible, we're going to bring our guys back here. We're going to provide them power right there so that they can charge up or respawn or whatever the heck it's called. Oh, they're all fine. Cool. So let's see. This way is a trap because if we take a look at this thing, Spectre. Do we have a Spectre? Okay, so I don't have that. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's one of these question mark guys. Probably this one. So I'm not going to mess with that. So that means we're going to come in this way. And to come in that way, we have a ripple. And we have stuff that requires power. If we can knock out that power source, we should be okay. We can get in there pretty easily with ground unit or air units and ground units combined, I think. So, we're going to go with our Air Force here. We're going to hope and pray, and we're going to try to knock out that one node right there. I think we're going to get blown up pretty quick. Let's take a look and see what happens here. Hey, they did it. They did it. They did it. Get back. Get back. Oh, they all died. But they did what their job was. So that parallax is done. We have a whole bunch of hail. Oh, no, they're just scorches. Okay. Let me just pause here real fast. Take a look. So the ripple doesn't have any source of stuff anymore. These guys, I'm not super worried about. Okay. I feel much better. Let's go back to our base here, which is a very long way away. We will provide... And these guys can just come back over here for right now. But we're going to provide the silicon back to our stuff so we can start producing things again. We have all 16 of the ATRACs, and we just need to start producing some air power. So we'll hope and pray that we can do that quickly. And we're going to combine all of our forces here, and we're just going to meet right there. We'll wait for their next wave to come in, and then we're going to start marching our way south and seeing what we can do. So here comes their next wave. So you can see we light them up pretty nicely right out of the gate there. They don't even make it past that round. And now we're going to send our team down here and we'll see what happens. Our first goal, I think, is to knock out that wave. Or maybe the ripple. Oh goodness, I got shot down. Can't see what's going on. I have a feeling we're losing all of our guys right now. I don't think we're going to come down here to anybody left. Oh, they definitely caused some problems though. Okay, so let's go back here and repair the 2 of the 16 that we had there. But we have one ripple that's totally done. That was actually a fairly effective attack. We have an unloader there, and that unloader. Okay. Not the best attack by any means, but it worked for, I think, what we needed to do. So I'm going to have these guys start, not that one. We're going to start dumping these guys a little farther south. So those should now start appearing down there. And then this one. They haven't been going down this pathway, so I'm going to have them go right there. All right, Air Force, you guys are going to come down this way. And you are going to exist right there for right now. And then my Atraxes are doing what I want them to do, I think. So they're coming down. Yeah, they're doing what I want them to do right there. So we're going to have another attack here lined up in just a moment. We're going to come down, and I think our goal is to, Air Force-wise, if we can knock out anything on there, I mean, they have a lot. If we can knock out the distributor, those guys are toast. And then as far as the rest of this goes, we can knock out the ripple and the salvo. Oh no, we're going to go with an Air Force attack, I think. And come in this way to avoid whatever the heck that thing is. Because whatever that is scares the crap out of me. It's the Spectre. So we're going to try to knock out that. We're going to lose some units, and that's okay. We lost all of them, that's okay. But that area is going to be neutralized here very shortly. So I'm just going to kind of keep messing with them a bit. Whoa! Oh my goodness. I don't have a Spectre. I really want to get one now because those things just wreck house when they are met with any real challenge. Not that I'm saying I'm a real challenge, but I'm a bigger threat to that thing than what a lot of the other things have been. Alright, so I'm just being very facetious right now and just trying to draw fire. Is this cheating? I think a younger version of myself would have considered this cheating, but right now, this is gameplay. Alright, so all of those are out of firepower now. So we just have these 3 salvos, or 3 scatters and 1 salvo that have firepower for what we need to be concerned about. So taking a look here, I would really love to kill that unloader. If we can kill that unloader, let's get that one first, if we can. There we go. Without even meaning to, we destroyed their core and we have captured our sector. Hey folks, it's been an adventure here, but thank you for joining me. I'm probably going to go through and improve all of this stuff because there's a lot to do here to make this a really cool area. There's lots of thorium and lots of other things that we can do stuff with. But hey, we captured the sector and I am thrilled. I will catch you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.